but instead they will get some bump plays on offense that do not turn into anything. Joyo gets a good dunk. Calyx is up and gets the shot off the bar. Howard take game number 1 in narrow fashion.
Ooh, Joyo with the 50, perfectly making this corner ramp for that ball to pop up, and then Calyx off the backboard, bangs Scranas only.
As long as we hold strong on the back end, we might be able to do it. And as we have a quick counterattack, it looks like the back and forth so far is leaving Howard, I was going to say unaffected. Unfortunately for them, though, early goal going in favor of Alpha.
And if Alpha missed this one, that would have been an absolutely ridiculous one. He actually hit the crossbar.
And they turn that into a good counterattack. Nile at midfield from Alpha 54 gives him a chance on Solo. Oh my word, the flick into the corner.
I'm standing here right now and I'm accepting this. I'm very much, this is very clean by Alpha 54. You have to give props when props are due.
Minute left, and we have seen 2 goals in a minute many times, but Vitality are determined to make that as difficult as possible as they are just trying to possess and waste time. But the possession goes wrong. Instead of dribbling it into their back half cleanly like Alpha wanted, Polar interrupts and gives an amazing pass to Joyo.
It's a good start. It's something that they can...
Chance for Vitality, put the nail in the coffin, but instead, Howard will get one last opportunity. Trying to keep this one up on 0 seconds. Pops it to the midfield, but Kaydop is there to press
back in your own defensive side. Alpha with it. Fabrice getting into Ferry off the crossbar. They go, but then nobody home. And Kaydop surges on through, absolutely marches on the defensive side. And Alpha 54, I'm not too sure, but he sent everybody flying.
And no one home for that one, unfortunately. A defensive.
And instead, it's Alpha 54 looking to go underneath. Fairpeak whips it up once again. They cannot concede right now. And Alpha 54, I think Calyx this time scored an own goal.
That is unfortunate, to put it simply here. This was not exactly what we were hoping for. Oh, and I think it might have actually been momentum. Vitality lock us into our own half once again. And they might even get a third one to boot here. Fairy Peak, shot on target. And indeed, that'll be the nail in the coffin. 3-0, 3 goals in 50 seconds. I mean, it's doable, Hypheria, but I think we have to be looking towards game number 4 now.
And I really don't want Howard turning into...
The solo plays go awry for everybody off of Howard, and I feel like because of that, they're not getting as much extended pressure. It's kind of just attempt after attempt as Fairy Peak puts in a 4th to just put a little bit of a cherry on top here. So I think going into this next game, we need to see a switch up on the offense out of Howard. I feel like they get some offense together, but it's only momentary, and then they end up rushing back into their half again. So 5 seconds left on the clock. This game definitively going in favor of Team Vitality. So now we look towards our next game and the adjustments that we'll need to make in order to not get sent home in 4 games.
And with the cherry on top and the pie reference earlier, obviously the question comes, what's your favorite pie?
Oh God, okay, all right, so favorite pie. See, here's where this is gonna be a bit upsetting the most. I'm about as boring as they come. It's pumpkin all the way. Pumpkin or nothing, unfortunately, for me, and I know that may, infuriate a couple of people, but I apologize. That sometimes the classics are the classic for a reason.
You definitely go to Starbucks as well and have the
good chances. The offense is definitely starting to look a lot stronger as we are not going for as many solo plays, but defensive errors are not something we can afford. Lack of a touch off the backboard, and it's a clean and easy shot for Alpha.
And oh my word, the miss coming out of Polar. It's getting a little bit uncharacteristic here.
They do have some more patient play, and is this going to bounce on in? No, indeed, it will get interrupted. But again, into their own half one more time, and the shot is inevitable. Fairy Peak puts in a second, and unfortunately for Howard, it's some of the same issues we saw in game number 3.
I think it's actually Calyx technically touchdown or Vitality. I keep on calling them Reno because I was done watching Drive to Survive anyway. No, it doesn't matter. Oh my word, there we go. Howard managing to break through, and that is the start of the comeback.
Well, it looks like they're driving to survive right now, making sure that these cars whip around the field with efficiency. The physical play arriving again for Howard, and this is something all against Vitality, so we need to see some more physical play. Alpha almost clipping on me and making me end my sentence abruptly, but instead it's Fairy Peak who will make me end my thought there as a 3rd goal is now scored for Vitality.
And this is what I mean. Calyx is just sitting a little bit too far back, not necessarily knowing where that 50 is going to go, so you can't really blame him that much. But that is that difference between Vitality right now and Howard is them pressing up, them really putting on the pressure on Howard as Alpha 54 starting this dribble backwards, backflipping and over, and this could just be the fat lady singing.
Unfortunately so. There are 90 seconds left, and with a 3-goal deficit arriving, this is, to put it simply, this is going to be difficult. Definitely possible. There are 15 seconds left, and a 3-goal comeback at this point is just impossible.
Hey, they did what they set out to do, and that is clip on BDS, and well, with Polar scoring it here, let's just say that it's still possible. You know what, Bass? Let's just do the ridiculous thing and say maybe this ball gets kept up, a goal gets put in within those 8 seconds. There is another kickoff, but this kickoff has to be absolutely amazing for that to be happening. And oh, a fake kickoff coming in, not communicated well, and that is probably going to be the end, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, so I think that is going to be the end of everything. And well, we kept this one close. Calyx gets in a 3rd goal, and now this is actually a heartbreaking defeat because we were within 1 goal now, Hyperia.
We were within 1. It was such an unfortunate loss here. We were, it's just unlucky at that point. No, Vitality, they are so incredibly strong still, and I do think they kind of deserve the win. They shut the defense or the offense from Howard down so perfectly, really trapping them in their own defensive half. And every single time that Howard broke out with their solo plays, they sent a man at it just to completely annihilate that from happening. So, well, with Howard here today, you could say they have had a bad day. You could also look at the actual opponents that they had. BDS, Team Liquid, who've been on a little bit of a tear recently, and Team Vitality. So to go 1-2 against opponents like that, I only think it's going up and up.
Oh, absolutely. We had a great differential as well. The fact of the matter is we lost that series 3-1. We beat BDS 3-1 and then lost in 5 games against Team Liquid. We were competitive against every single opponent we had here today, and that really shows that we can hang with the best of them, if not beat the best of them. So I think that Howard, despite having a scoreline that does go negative in day number 1, there's a lot to build off of here, especially considering they're not done for the week yet, Hyperia.
Oh no, for sure they aren't. And now they've got a little bit of a break, trying to regain themselves, have a little bit of a sit back. It's a little bit unfortunate, but as you said, it's not the end of the week. And then tomorrow, they've got Atlantide Wave, currently 0-3 in the grid. Then they will be up against Wild, who've been on a little bit of a tear, sweeping Vitality. And then they're up against German Amigos. It's going to be an interesting day tomorrow, but as we said, that is only for tomorrow here, Bass.
Indeed it is. That will be the end for today. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. This was an absolute blast to cast. Thank you to Hyperia for casting with me. Absolute pleasure as always, my friend. And thank you to Rocket Core for helping us out, especially everybody behind the scenes. Shout out to Nelag for helping us on the cast as a producer. So GG's, well played to everybody involved. For now, that will be the end of the cast. We hope that you lovely folks have a great rest of your day, and we will see you all again tomorrow. Have a good one.